Hey guys, so I want to touch on a very fun subject today, and that is oxalate dumping. So, what is oxalate dumping? How are symptoms come about? What are the symptoms, and how to best manage oxalate dumping? Now, I want to sort of make a bit of a different video about it because there are tons of videos about oxalate dumping on YouTube already. But I wanted to sort of list what are sort of some distinguishing features of oxalate dumping as opposed to just die off or regular histamine reactions. So I'm just going to start by sharing my screen here with you with my own little sort of set of list of symptoms that I have. But before I get into that, I'm just going to touch very quickly on what oxalates are. So oxalates are a plant defense chemical that they produce to deter themselves from being eaten. And if you're like me and totally oblivious to your diet for many years, eating a plant predominant diet with your oxalate filled almond flour pancakes and spinach smoothies and dark cocoa and whatever else, then you probably have a pretty bad oxalate toxicity burden in your body. And you probably also have lots of gut problems like I do. Now, the process of oxalate dumping occurs when you reduce or eliminate these toxins in your body. And that is a good thing. However, the mobilization of these crystals will can cause a lot of symptoms. And first and foremost, because these toxins are seen as invaders, you'll get mast cell activation and therefore histamine intolerance like symptoms. So symptoms of oxalate dumping is predominantly just the same subset of symptoms that you would get from leaky gut or die-off reactions or from eating histamine-rich foods. But like I said, there are some distinguishing features that you could sort of, tell a difference with. So I'll get into that now. So basically, a worsening of SIBO and candida, right? So oxalate dumping can create an abundance of inflammation in the body, trying to detox the crystals, and inflammation could lead to worsening of SIBO and candida. Now, a lot of people say that candida produces oxalates. I haven't seen anything in the literature to show that being true. You could get worse pain flare-ups and other histamine type reactions that you would normally get, like brain fog, anxiety, vision issues, skin rashes, and all sorts of digestive issues. Now, how do oxalate dumping symptoms potentially differ from just normal histamine reactions? Well, you could get gout-like pain. It's kind of called the second gout for a reason. So I would get pain in my arms, my joints, my toes, all sorts of areas of my body when I've been oxalate dumping. Breakdown and detox pathways when your kidneys get overwhelmed with oxalates. So crystals in your fucking eyeballs. crystals could be excreted through your skin. So your body will try to find any way to detox these toxins when your organs are completely overwhelmed with trying to detoxify them themselves. So you could also get kidney and pelvic pain, forming of new kidney stones or passing of kidney stones, like what happened to me a couple months ago. I went on a carnivore diet, completely cut out oxalates, and again, started to get overburdened with detoxifying these crystals. And that included my pre-existing crystals that were formed in my kidneys called kidney stones. So with that, you could also get cloudy or bubbly urine, gritty stools. And a way that I've sort of best try to manage oxalate dumping is by reintroducing oxalates. Now, you could sort of reintroduce these sort of poisonous foods in small quantities, like taking maybe a piece of dark chocolate every day, a little bit of sweet potatoes, as long as you're not on a keto diet. You could do Brussels sprouts. You could do a little bit of kale or something along those lines, and really try to wean off of oxalates over the course of a few months. So do it pretty slowly, especially if you have a really bad burden like I do. Now, I recently did a video with Sally Kate Norton, who is an oxalate specialist. So I highly recommend you check out that video. I'm going to post in the description below. And she also talks about oxalate dumping a little bit. And really, that's it for today. Oxalate dumping sucks. So be careful with it and follow me on my own healing journey, and feel free to leave some comments and questions. Talk soon, guys. Thanks a lot.